Alright friends, fine. Very special greeting to one and all. Hope you all are fine. And once again myself Shabnam from the code Ark to help you stay faster in the future and faster than AI. Alright, we are here back at day 3. It's not day 2. It's day 3 of our bootcamp, SQL bootcamp session. Yesterday we could not meet due to unfortunate reasons. So let's resume our bootcamp from today on. Okay, fine. Like we always start, let's have a quick recap of what we have learned so far in the first 2 days of the bootcamp. Okay, before that, I hope all my audio, video, everything is clear. You are facing no technical issues, right? In case if so, please put it up as quick as in the chat section. Okay, take it. People, the very first day when we met, we learned what is SQL, what's the need of SQL, how did SQL come into its existence. Then we started talking about MySQL, which is a application software to write SQL code. How to install MySQL, isn't it? Now during the classes when the lectures are going on, suppose if you cannot match the speed, okay, my speed and your working speed, suppose if you cannot keep the synchronization between both, it's okay, you can practice it later. Alright, so that our explanation, you don't miss some part out of it. So keep that typing work at your end aside and listen to the concept thoroughly, because recording anyhow you can watch any number of times later as well. Okay, fine. The first day we also learned how to create table, that is a create table query, insert into the table the data, how to delete data from the table, and we learned 2 groups of command, that is DML and DTL. Is that correct? Fine. Data modification or data manipulation language, that is DML, and DTL, that stands for data definition language, where you talk about the create query or maybe the drop table query and so on. Okay, when I talk about the modification language group, the command that comes inside these groups are maybe the update command, maybe insert into table command, and so on. Fine. Okay. Day 2, when we had met, we were exclusively talking about the constraints, correct? Constraints. Quickly to recollect, what are the different constraints of SQL that we studied: primary key, foreign key, unique keys, not null, default, and something check constraint. A table has only one primary key. However, several columns can be combined to form that one primary key, right? Several columns can be combined to one column to form that one primary key. That's the difference between primary and unique key. Table can have only one primary key, but table can have more than one unique keys. Primary key can never contain null values, but unique keys can contain null. Although you can force unique key not to have null by writing not null keyword. Fine. Okay, what about default? What was the use of this constraint default? While altering the table and creating a new column, in case if you want some values in the existing rows already present for that particular column, you can give some default. For example, while creating a table, I create a new column, say age, which is of the data type integer. I repeat, data type integer. But I want everywhere default age as 8. So I write age, 8, default. So that columns are never created blank in the table. Using constraint default, the column will be created with some default values inside. Is that correct? Using the constraint default, the columns are not created blank column in the table. Instead, columns are created with some default values inside. Fine. Alright. Then, the day 2 of the bootcamp, we also learned different types of operators. Right? The 2 groups of operator that we studied was, I think, arithmetic operator and the comparisons operator. Correct? This is very good. these are the operators. We have seen what are the arithmetic operators. Right? Those operators who perform basic arithmetic functions like plus, minus, multiply, divide. Comparison operator, it checks for equality, like equal to. In SQL, equal to is not assignment operator like Python and Java or C++. Okay, assignment happens in a different way in SQL. A equal B means is A equal to B you are comparing. Then comes not equal to operator, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and so on. Fine. And today, this is our agenda for the day today. Okay. We will see maximum of these topics that we can cover. Okay. Fine. We will start with the second topic first because it is remaining from the operators. Arithmetic operator, comparison operator, and the logical operators. So this is a logical operator. Then we will move on to understand different data types in SQL. Then we will talk about different aggregation functions in SQL. Then the three main clauses of SQL, that is group by clause, having clause, over, and partition clause. Okay, you will find in fact most of the SQL interviews. Okay, for you go and as a SQL developer or a SQL developer, most of the interviews span these questions: group by clause, having clause, and partition clauses. Okay, so make sure that you are learning to your best and preparing for all those stuffs in case you are intending to. Okay. Hello Rajka. Hello. Good evening. So here we go. Starting from logical operators. These are the different logical operators first of all. These are the different logical operators. That is and, between, in, like, not, or. We'll go through them one by one. Now today what I have done is to save the time of our class duration, I have kept the table already created. See this one. If you could see this. This sales is a table. It contains sales ID, product name, C name means customer name, R name means region name, and more columns quantity. All these table creation and record insertion scripts I have saved it in a notepad file. All these scripts I have saved it in a notepad file. Very soon we shall be posting it in a description so that you can copy paste back at your place if you want to try with the same example. Background says sound RFA. What kind of sound? Okay. Still? Is it still Rajkamal? Background sound? Still the background sound? Okay, give me a moment. Give me 1 moment. Okay, give me 1 moment. Let's see how. Give me 1 moment. Okay. What about now? Is my voice clear now, friends? No, it's not. Is it only for Rajkamal or anyone else also facing the same issue? What about now? Friends, how about now? Is it fine or still the same? I have switched off my fan over here in case if that was the background sound. How about now, guys? Is still the noise in the background you face? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let me go ahead. Let us at least start and go ahead. And if there is still any background sound, please let me know in the chat section. I'll see what the best I can. Okay, no, I understood, but is the sound still there or it is no more background sound? Because I'm sitting here in an absolute tranquil environment. Okay, fine. Let's go. Okay, if you're still facing any sound issue or video issue or any other kind of issue, please let us know. Okay, fine. I told you the tables that I'm using for the class today. I've kept most of the tables created. After the class, I will share this scripts code in the chat section or in the description box so that those who want to practice back with my example can do it. Check. So this is the table sales and the table has around 5 columns here. And these are the data that I have inserted. Is that clear? Okay, check it out now. Now suppose I want to open this table and check. I say select star from sales. People, now from this point, concept. Even those who have joined us late, it is okay, we have not done anything great so far. हमने अभी तक कुछ नहीं किया. काम यहाँ से शुरू होता है. Okay, the session today is very interesting. It will end you fall in love with SQL. Okay, you realize the power of SQL. Select star from sales means I want to select all the columns from the table. So you could see here sales ID, product name, customer name, region name, quantity, amount. If you ask me how will you read these records, in sales number 1, that means in transaction number 1, pen was sold to the customer John and this transaction took place in Mumbai. Am I right? This transaction took place in Mumbai. Total 10 pen were sold, which amounted total rupees 100. Is it right? It amounted total rupees 100. Similarly, in sales number 2 or transaction number 2, again pen was sold to John, but the region is different, Delhi. Maybe customers are same, but the regions are different. You see, pencil sold to John in Mumbai. This is pen sold to Jack in Mumbai. Pen sold to Jack in Delhi. Pencil sold to Jack in Mumbai. Pen sold to Wilson in Mumbai. Again pen sold to Wilson, but place is different, that is Delhi. Pencil sold to Wilson but in Mumbai. Finish. There are total 9 records. Okay, so the table and the rows to be inserted in the table, I've kept them already coded so that we can save the time of the class. Okay, I'll forward you this script as soon as possible. Alright, fine. Okay, now what I want to do is select star from scenes. Where quantity. You see, somewhere quantity is 5, somewhere quantity is 10, somewhere quantity is 20. So I say where quantity is greater than 10. Okay, so only one row got selected. Friends, only one row got selected because in this row quantity is greater than 10, that is 20. Okay, now suppose if I write quantity not greater than 10 but greater than 5. Okay, so I think 1, 2, 3, 4 rows got selected. Check the quantity column, people. Check the quantity column. 10, 10, 10, 20. All these are greater than 5. Alright. Okay, but suppose if I write like this, where quantity is greater than 5 and quantity is less than 20. Understood? Means it should be greater than 5 but less than 20, because greater than 5 can be 50 also. You understood? Greater than 5 can be 100 also. अरे 5 से बड़ा तो 5000 भी हो गया. क्या आपको सब चाहिए? So condition is what? Greater than 5 but less than 20. So this is the first logical operator, that is AND. Okay, what is the use of AND? You know, it checks for two combining condition to be true. Means the first condition should also be true and the second condition should also be true for the outcome to be true. Okay, that is what is the meaning of AND. Both the condition that AND joins must be true. No liberty. So if I say enter, okay, check. So what is the quantity everywhere? 10, 10, 10, because 10 is greater than 5 and 10 is less than 20. Is that correct? Because there was a quantity 20 also, but it didn't get included here. It couldn't be included because it fell out of this range, right? Okay, so that is the use of AND. Okay, now for example, if I write like this, instead of quantity, let's take amount. What is total amount? First let us check what is the value of amount. Okay, everywhere amount is like 100, 200, 50, 50. I want amount only less than 100. Okay, so what will I write? Where amount is less than 100. Okay, so 50, 50, 50. Okay, it should be less than 100, or let me write like this. Okay, let amount to be greater than 100 this time and amount should be less than 200. That means all the amount between 100 to 200. Okay, amount should be greater than 100 and it should be less than 200. That is what is the meaning of AND operator. It checks for both the condition to be true. दोनों condition true होगा. Only if both the conditions are true, output will be displayed. Alright. Okay, fine. So let me run this. Okay, good. See, it takes only 150 because only 150 lies in this range, right? Only 150 lies in this range. Yes, Rajkamal. Rajkamal, I am from Mumbai. As of now, we are not offering any offline class. All the sessions are online only. Okay. Anyways, guys, I go ahead from here. So that is what is the meaning of AND. Now, suppose if I write OR. Friends, suppose if I write OR. What is the meaning of OR? Out of 2, see, this is first condition and this is the second condition. Even if any one condition is true, it will be okay. Not like AND. AND says both the conditions should be true for output to be displayed. But in case of OR, out of the two combining condition, only one condition is also true, then also it is fine. Like if the amount is greater than 100 or it is less than 200. Okay. Alright, so I think all the amounts have been displayed, because some who are greater than 100 and some who are less than 200. Let's take another good example. Say there is one column here called as R name. R name means region name. Region name. For those who didn't understand or in the previous example, now try. Select star from sales where region name is either equal to Mumbai or region name is equal to Delhi. Is it right? Means even if region is Mumbai or if region is Delhi, दोनों में से कोई भी एक हुआ तो चलेगा. Alright? Either this is true or this is true. Check. So all Mumbai Delhi record has been displayed. Is it correct? All Mumbai Delhi record has been displayed. Now there are three customers. You see, John, Jack and Wilson. Okay. So I want all the record where customer name is equal to either John or customer name is equal to Wilson. Check. So there is no customer record of Jack. Is it correct? There is no customer record for Jack. I hope you're getting this point. So these are the two logical operators that we have seen just now, and or. Now there is one more logical operator called as in. See how you have to check, where R name in Mumbai, Delhi. Okay, that means you can give comma and extend this list as much as you want. So it will check in this variety of combination. In this variety of combinations, whether the region name matches or not. Region name either is Mumbai or it is Delhi or it is Kolkata. So let me write if it is Kolkata also. Although we don't have any record of Kolkata. Or it is suppose Pune. Okay, so this is called as in operator. It checks for a particular value in a list of values. Okay, in operator checks for a particular value in a list of values. Right, so let's see what is the output here. Okay, all the Mumbai Delhi records have been displayed. Alright, all the Mumbai Delhi records have been displayed. Now see one more thing. So select star means asterisk all the columns from sales. Okay, so quantity is 10, 25 and all. This time I write where quantity is between. Okay, quantity is between 5 and 10. So this is another logical operator between, which is used for a particular range declaration. Okay, so I want to check all the quantity where the value is in between 5 and 10. Let's check. Okay, so all the quantity records or all the records where quantity is in between 5 and 10 have been listed. Are you getting it? Fine. Please raise your doubts in the chat section in case if you are not understanding. So these are the different logical operators that we saw. And between, in. What is the use of in? In is used to check a particular value in a list of values. Okay, let's see what is like. Okay, suppose I want to write here select star all the columns from sales table where quantity like, not quantity, let me take region name. Region name is like Mumbai. Okay, like means what it is equal to, like comparison. Okay, so all the Mumbai records have been displayed. Now for some of you who think instead of like I can use equal to also, yeah, you're right. Even if you use like this or write like this R name equal to Mumbai, that is also fine. Okay, but then what is the difference between equal to and like for comparison? See, with like you can do like this. Okay, what is the meaning of percentage? Any number of characters before, any number of characters after. Okay, means any word whose subset is MUM will also be listed. Are you understanding? Percentage. I'm going to soon release one video in which I will be using different special characters which are used with like operator. Like we can use dollar, we can use caret, we can use asterisk and many more. Percentage sign over here means any number of characters before, any number of characters after. Okay, so MUM के पहले कितने भी characters होंगे, MUM के बाद में भी कितने भी characters होंगे. So it checks for a particular design of the pattern which equal to cannot do. This thing you cannot do like equal to. So when you say like, rname like, you see, you still get an output for all the Mumbai records. Because MUM is a substring of Mumbai and it will check this word as a substring in other words, right? Is that correct? Acknowledge me in the chat section, people. If you are understanding, please acknowledge. That would be of great help. Okay, that would be in fact of the great help, right? So where our name is Mumbai, okay, take it as a homework, guys, before you come to me next time, that is tomorrow for day 4. Again, difference between equal to and then what is like. Okay, like can do what equal to can do, but vice versa is not true. Equal to cannot do what like does. Okay, so this is another logical operator. Now see what happens. Select star from sales where not our name is equals to Mumbai. Okay, if I say our name is equals to Mumbai, it will return all the records where name is Mumbai. Where not means what? We have negated the situation, correct? This condition we have negated means region name is not Mumbai, only then display the record. So these are the 3 records where region is not Mumbai, it is Delhi, Delhi, Delhi. Are you understanding? Right, so this brings us to the end of different logical operators and, between, in, like, not, or. Okay, now for those who practice back at home, what will I do? I'll give you this table, the script and the code of this table, insert records. You can practice this queries back for different logical operators. Is that correct? All of us, fine? Okay, anyways, moving on to the next topic, people. Moving on to the next topic, that is different data types. People, different data types that is used in SQL. Okay, 1 minute. Where are the data types? Okay, here we go. Okay, SQL data types. SQL data types are broadly divided into 3 categories: date and time, number, and string. Okay, let's study first date and time type of data types. Okay, first of all, what is data type? You have to break the word and read the type of data. Okay, let's take a new table. Ignore these all. Let's start a new table from here. Say create table. Name of the table is my table. Okay, or let me say like this: create table practice. Say there is one column in this table, say my date, whose data type is date. Okay, I just want one column as of now, because more the column, more will be the data entry. Correct? So create table practice, and my date is only one column in this table. I create it. Insert into practice following values. Now what is the meaning of this query, people? This column will be created of the data type date. Okay, what did I say you? What is the meaning of data type? You have to break this 2 word and read the type of data. I want this column to store type of data which is date. Are you understanding? I want this column to store the type of data that is date. Now how do you insert date? Okay, in SQL, how do you insert date? Remember, always we insert date like this: YY means year, MM means month, DD means date. Are you understanding? Fine. So following this practice, how we will enter the date. Date is not a number, so here you have to enclose it in quotes. Say 2023, 8 and 10. Okay, that means 10th August 2023. If you change this format, it will not accept. Okay, run this. Is that correct? Fine. And if you want to check whether the data has been inserted or not, so we say select star from practice. Yeah, the date is here. Okay, this is how we insert date, and this is what is the data type date. Okay, now what I'll do is, let me drop this table. Drop means delete the table. I create this table again by changing the data type. Let me change it to date time. Okay, means along with date you can also insert time. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Now suppose if you do not enter time, this will be the default time inserted, 000000. Okay, suppose you don't insert time, this will be the default time. Friends, remember one thing, date and time in any database or in any table is the most important information. Okay, because transaction कब हुआ ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है. Like you go to ATM, आप ATM में जाइए, आप कुछ पैसे विड्रॉ करिए. Understood? Other than how much amount you have withdrawn, what other information that get collected on the server memory? What was the time, date and time this transaction took place, correct? Fine. So let's see what is the meaning of this date time, right? Now, if you write time, well, if you do not write time, the default time will be extended, which is 0000 and 00. And what if you want to insert time? Just give a space, write it in hour, minute, second format. Okay, like 15 hours, 38 minute, and say 45 seconds. Okay. Open the table and check. Yeah, so this is my inserted time. Okay, that's what I told you. If you insert time, well, if you do not insert time, the default time that gets appended will be 000000. Is it correct? Fine. Okay, what I do is I drop this table again. Once again I create a new table, but this time with only time, not date time. Okay, check. So you cannot insert date this time, you just have to write the time. And how time is inserted in hour, minute, second format, separated by colons. Okay, inserted. Select star from practice. And the time is here. Okay, so this is first category of data type in SQL, that is date and time. The three different data types we can declare using date time is date, time, and date time both. Alright, are you understanding? Do you want me to explain something again? Friends, do you want me to explain something again? Tell me, I'll do that. Okay, if any doubt. Alright, you have here also which will accept only here. Like this, see. Suppose, let me drop this table because I cannot create the same table by the same name again and again. Okay, so let me say this is of the type here. Okay, I'm executing this query. Okay, it already exists, it shows. So I'm running this query. Okay, so now it will accept only here in YYYY format. So 2023. So if you now do select star from practice, you will see just the year here. I hope you got my point. Fine, so this brings us to the end of first group of data type, that is date and time. Okay, now next let's come to numeric data types. Okay, so following are the different data types in numeric int, which we have been using since day one. Small int, big int, medium int, and numeric. Okay, now what is the first of all int data type? This is the largest number people you can declare using int data type. Of course, we will ever need this number is altogether a different story. इतना बड़ा नंबर कभी यूज करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं वो अलग बात है. Okay, but this is the limit, right? So how we will prove this? See how we will prove that. Let me drop this table. I'm dropping this table again and again to reuse the query with the same table name. Okay. I create this table. Let me say the column name is ID, which is of the data type integer. I say control enter, table got created. Okay, so if I insert this number 1, 2, 3, it will get inserted. Okay, but suppose if I copy this number, because this is a limit of integer people, this is the last number you can insert using data type integer. ये आखिरी, ये last number है. Okay, so if I try to insert this number, it accepts. See, it's showing me green tick here. But if I increase this number by one more, it failed. What is the reason of the failure or error? It gives out of range. Okay, similarly, this is the last negative number, or in fact the first negative number you can use. Right? So negative limit of integer is this number and positive limit of integer is this number. Beyond this you cannot use int. Maybe you will have to use big int, because you see the range of big int is such high. Okay, then you have something called a small int people. Okay, how will you declare? First let me drop this table. Let me drop this table. I create this table practice again, but with the data type not int, instead small int. Okay, most of the developers have habit of writing properly integer or small integer, so that accordingly data in the database will take memory. Understood? Of course, if it is a small integer, it is bound to take less memory, correct? It is bound to take less memory. One moment, please. Some disturbances here. Alright, here we go. Fine. So small int. Using small int, this is the last value, that is 127 that you can insert. So let's try. I first insert the number 21. You have to keep checking my output status people. It should show green tick. 21 accepted. 212 accepted. I'm sorry, not accepted. It's tiny int. 1 minute, huh? It's tiny int, not small int. I have to create the table again. Drop. Create. Okay. Okay, small int doesn't work. People, small int works in MS SQL Server, but we are working in MySQL. Okay, so see, if it is a tiny int, it is not working. Because 212, you are exceeding the limit of 127. Have you got it? Let me make the changes here also. It's not small int, it should be tiny int. Okay, fine. So you can insert 2. It got inserted. 21, it got inserted. But 321, it will give you an error. Okay, similarly we have medium integer. This is medium int. Medium int people. Okay, let me drop this table so that I can reuse the query to create the table by same name again and save our time. Okay, let me create the table practice again with ID column data type medium int. Fine. If I try to insert 321, Yes, it got inserted. But if I try to insert this number, it got inserted. But if I increase this number's range by one more, no, it didn't, because this value is out of range of medium integer, correct? Right, so this is the limit of the number, or let me say the highest number that you can insert in the record using medium integer. Is it fine? Okay, similarly, you have big integer. I leave it up to you to try. This is the last number using big integer that you can insert. I hope you got my point. It's, for example, the population of certain country in numbers if you want. Okay, maybe in billions or trillions or some other in aliens. Is it right? Right. So that is what is big integer. Okay, another data type in the numeric category is numeric itself. But if you use numeric, you will have to use like this. See, numeric. Okay, you will have to provide precision and scale, like 5,2. Okay, now what is the meaning of precision? See, I have written it here for you. 1 minute, huh? I think it's not present. Okay, here it is. Okay, precision always means the total number of digits in a number. Okay, and scale means total number of digits allowed after a decimal point in the number. Let's take an example. Okay, say total number of digits in the number 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. So how many total number of digits? 5. If I put a dot, decimal dot here, still how many total number of digits? Again 5. So 5 is a precision. 5 is called as precision. That is total number of digits always, including before and after decimal. Okay, total number of digits before and after decimal. Right, but precision, after that there is something called as scale. Okay, tell me how many are the total digits after decimal? 2. 2. So 2 is a scale here. Okay, that is total number of digits after decimal dot. Okay, this is a decimal point. So total number of digits after decimal, that becomes scale. Okay, so if suppose I declare the numeric data type like this, suppose we declare 457.39. So once again precision is 5 and scale is 2. Now suppose I declare it like this, numeric 10,3. That means 10 can be the highest length of the number, but within this total number of digits 10, 3 digits will be kept reserved for scale. Okay, 3 digits are a scale factor. Okay, so let's try. How does it work? Let's try. Okay, so numeric 5,2. Let me drop this table first because it is already existing. So I create another table practice with a column ID and a new data type. Okay, now keep checking what is happening here. 835.72. It accepted. But suppose if I give a dot here, it gives me an error. Why? Because you have said 5 will be the precision, so total number of digits are 5. But out of which 2 places are for scale, right? And how many digits you have given to scale? Only 1. Is it right? How many digits you have given to scale? Only 1. But the data type has mentioned 2 at least. Acha. Suppose instead of 2, now I am writing here more than 2 like this. So see, this time it has executed with a warning. Means what? Even though you have written 723333 whatever, it will be rounded. Means truncated to the nearest number. Check how. See, that is 72. Right? And suppose if it is not 33, suppose it is 83. And again if I open the table, so instead of 72, the last number is 73. Why? Because the next digit is 8. 5 or more than 5, the number will be 3, correct? Rounding, people. How does it round? Is that correct? Fine. So if I increase the scale precision factor from here, 7. And now if I run, again truncate it. Why? Because once again the scales are only 2, but you have given total 4. So it will be truncated. Alright? You want to can increase the number of scale from here. Is that correct? I think I will have to drop the table and create it again. But I assume that you have understood. And I don't do so. Okay, so precision is always the total number of digits in a number. And scale is always the total number of digits allowed after decimal dot. Please raise your questions in the chat box in case if you are not understanding. Okay. Anyways, that's all about the numeric data type. Okay. Now we'll go to text data type, people. Now before we understand text data type, first try to understand what is the meaning of Unicode and non-Unicode data types in SQL and in most other programming languages. Okay. See. Generally what happens, non-Unicode data types takes only 1 byte of storage. 1 byte. What do you mean by 1 byte? 8 bits. Okay, non-Unicode data types takes only 1 byte of storage. That means total 8 bit. 1 minute, here we go. Okay, but using non-Unicode data type, we can represent only 256 characters. Okay, but there are so many business languages in the world. Other than English also, there are so many business languages in the world. Non-Unicode data type can convert only 256 characters. So all languages ke characters cannot be included, na? Am I right? Maybe English, maybe German, maybe French, maybe African, maybe some other native language. Is that correct? So all the alphabets cannot be accommodated in 256 characters. That's the problem with non-Unicode data types. Okay, fine. Best used for English language, but cannot be used for any system which have more than 256 characters. This is all about Unicode. Sorry, non-Unicode. Now when you go to Unicode data types, first of all, they are made to of a little larger space. They take 2 bytes for storage. Each letter in Unicode takes 2 bytes for storage. And they come with a wider support. Read my second point here. They come with a wide support of international languages and characters. Okay, means only what characters you see in your keyboard. Understood? On your keyboard, only the characters that you see. No, not only that. Like your mobile phone offers you different keypad options. Am I right? Is it correct? Like I can open my mobile phone. I can type it in Hindi. I can type it in German. I can type it in some Marathi or some other language like Spanish or African or French or Italian. So it offers you so many different keypads, right? So if you take total of all the letters of all the different languages, it is but obvious it will be more than 256. Is it correct? Characters of all the languages will be definitely more than 256. So non-Unicode data types will not support them. Therefore, we need a wider address space. So we have gone towards Unicode data type. Okay, because it covers up most common business languages. Not only English but other business languages of the world. Hope you're getting it. Okay, fine. Now, these are the different Unicode and non-Unicode data types supported by SQL. One is char and one is varchar. Both of them are non-Unicode. Let's check. This is SQL. Let me drop this table practice again so that I can create this table again by the same name. But let me check the data type here. Say char. Okay, table created. I enter a character as A. I enter the character as AB. No, why? Because it can accept only one character at a time. Understood? So it is good for data like which is guaranteed to have only two values or one character value. Like, for example, gender, either male or female. So if I write M, it's male. I write F, it's female. So I don't want to write in full word. I just want to write one single character. So you can define it as care. And if you try to write it as female, it gives you an error because the data type is care. Is it? For more than one character, you have to make it a varchar. Correct? Varchar. So let me drop this table. And I create this new table. But remember, whenever you use varchar, you will have to give length of the string. Okay. Suppose I have given 10. Suppose I have given 10. The maximum I have given here, that is 8000 is a maximum that you can give. Okay. For varchar, 8000 is the maximum length you can give. This is by mistake. Char doesn't demand any length. I hope you are understanding that. Okay, 8000 is the maximum length in varchar. Okay, so 10 is the length of the string and female will fit the size of 10, that is for sure. Okay, and it is accepted. Is that correct? Similarly, we have nchar. I drop the table and I create the table again. Like char, we have nchar. Okay, that is for Unicode data types. Suppose you want to write a character like alpha beta. Understood? Now my keyboard doesn't support that. Alpha people, alpha. I want to insert a character which is beta. I want to insert a character which is gamma. I hope you understand my point. Isn't it? Like this, people. For example, if I could go to internet. Okay, alpha. Alpha character. Okay, check this table. Check this table. See how it looks like. Check here if you could see that. Okay, let me check it from this link only. Okay, I think it's not here. Anyways, alpha, 1 minute, give me time, alpha, beta, characters in symbol. Okay, yep, see this one, alpha, beta, gamma. Suppose this is my single character. Are you understanding? Now this will not be supported by char. So if you want to insert this type of characters, you have to declare your data type as nchar. I hope you got my point. You have to declare the data type to be nchar. Similarly, we will have n varchar. Say you want to insert something in Hindi, you want to insert something in Spanish, because varchar will not understand that. N varchar will understand your symbols. I hope you got my point. Is it correct? Sorry for that. So these are the different string data types, that is char, varchar, nchar and nvarchar. Okay, other than that, we also have a data type called as text, people. Text. Okay, text is little larger than varchar. It supports a little bit wide size of text. So if I could drop this table and I create a new table with ID as text. Is it fine? Right? Size of varchar is limited to something 8000, but if you want something greater than 8000, you will have to declare it as text. Okay, not only text, we also have tiny text. It will accept small text. Okay, tiny text, people. We have something called as big text. Big text, people. We have something called as small text and text. Is it clear? Okay, you can check, see how many different data type it supports. There is one data type called as Boolean, which accepts only true or false. I hope you're getting my point. Okay, the rest of the data types, you take your time, explore them. In case if you do not understand any of these, feel free to write to us as a chat or a comment. We will come back to you. We will see how to reach to answer you back. Is that correct? Fine. Okay, so roughly let me put it up, all that we studied in a notepad. Come on. Let's put it up all in a notepad. We started from the data type date. 3 types of data type, 3 categories of data type. First of all, date and time. How many different data types in this category we studied? Date, time, date time, and year. Is that correct? And then comes numeric data types. How many different data type is studied here? Int, small int, sorry, not small int, it was tiny int, medium int, and big int. Is it clear? People who are here with us. Okay, again and again we are asking you, please raise your questions in case if you're not able to understand. Okay, then what was the other data type that we studied? That is I should say, okay, one more, that is numeric. Okay, so that is numeric. Okay, fine. Then we studied string data types, character and string. Character and string data type. One is char, which is the non-Unicode data type. Varchar, non-Unicode data type. Nchar, Unicode data type, which will support different characters like your Hindi letter ka, kha, ga, ga. All this will be supported by nchar. You understood? Suppose in Hindi, if you're writing kha people, khane ka kha. So I want to insert kha as a letter. So char will not accept it. Nchar will accept that, since it is a Unicode data types, have support to a wide language alphabets. And then n varchar, and also text. Correct? These are character and string data types. Text, big text, tiny text, and so on. Correct? So this brings us to the end of another topic of important topic of SQL, that is different data types. Is that clear? Fine. Okay, now we'll move on to something called as aggregations in SQL. People, this is a complete half an hour topic which we are starting from now. Okay, so all of our friends, in case if you have joined us late, make sure that you catch up us from here. And this is very important concept of SQL. Alright, only if you understand aggregation, you will understand different clauses, group by clause, having clause, and all. In fact, aggregation forms half of the SQL. Are you understanding? Aggregation forms half of the SQL. So we'll start. See, what we'll do is, let me take the same table, sales. Okay, this table which I created, let me take the same table, sales. Okay, let me open this table first. Select star from sales. Okay, do not lose in between. Make sure that you pay attention from here very thoroughly, minutely. Okay, so total 9 sales records are in front of you. Okay, now instead of star, I use a function called as count of star. Means it will count the number of records, people. Check, it says total 9. Are you understanding? It says there are total 9 records. Fine. Okay. Have a look now. Suppose I don't want to select everything from sales table. I just want to select quantity column. So this is a quantity column, right? 10, 20, 5, 5, 5, 5. When you write star, all the columns from the table gets displayed. No, but I don't want to display all the column. I just want to display the quantity column, I said. So instead of star, we will write name of the column which you want to display, that is quantity. Okay, now this is called as aggregation. Suppose I say sum of quantity. Right, now before it shows you sum, let us calculate 10, 20. How much? 30, 5, 5, 40, 50, 55, 65, 67, 73. That's it. Okay, so 73 is a total quantity. Okay, 72. My calculation might be one up and down. That is 72. 72 people. I hope you got my point, right? So this is what is the sum. That means tell me the total of the quantity. Similarly, if I do like this, friends, yahan se dhyan do. Again, if I say asterisk for all those who have joined us today for the first time, people select star from table name. Asterisk means all the columns of the table. Okay, so when you write asterisk with a select query, means it selects all the column. Right? You want, you can select some one or two column also. Like select C name means customer name. So only this column will be selected. Select P name, that means product name. So only this column will be selected. Try. So only customer name got selected. Right? I want to select customer name and product name. So the two columns got selected, correct? Two columns have got selected. But this time I just want to select amount. So amount column got selected. Is it correct? But I don't want to select only amount. I want this amount to be totaled and given to me. So what will you do? Select not amount but sum of amount. Right? So that means total 1000. Understood? All the amounts have been totaled and written. Okay, in case in the quantity, no, Ashok, good, Ashok is asking, in case in the quantity column string is there, then it will give us an error. For example, if I say sum of R name, understood? It gives you either error or it gives you nothing. See, 0. What is R name? R name is a region name column of the table. Na? Check. Region name. Okay, first of all, in the quantity column, there cannot be any string because data type of that column will be integer, na Ashok? Correct? Ashok, data type of that column will be integer. So first of all, it will not accept the string. Right? But फिर भी अगर आपका क्वेश्चन लेकर चले, अगर तभी भी string है, आपकी बात अगर मान के चले भाई फिर भी अगर string है, then it will either give you an error or it will return nothing. So this is R name column. And if I say sum of R name, no, so it returns me nothing, correct? Hoping you're understanding. See, you have to experiment it like this. 1 minute. You have to experiment it like this. Select 5 plus 2. So it shows 7. Okay. But to total, if I say 5 plus 2 plus Mumbai, no, see, it has not total Mumbai here. Correct? Let me say as result. So it will give a column name. Otherwise, that expression is given a column name. You see, 5 plus 2 got added, but Mumbai uske साथ में add नहीं हुआ. Ashok, understood? Mumbai did not get added. Correct. Okay, fine. Anyways, so that is what is sum of quantity. Select. Acha, now instead of sum, let me say select average of amount. So this is an average. How? The total amount was 1000 and the total number of records were 9. So 1000 divided by 9. This is what is the answer. I hope you got me. You want, you can round it also. You want, you can round it. So it got rounded. Are you understanding? In case if you want, you can round it. Alright, so select what all we have done. Let me know, erase that query. Select sum of amount from sales. Then we saw average of amount. Then let me show you what is maximum of amount. That means 200. Are you understanding? Means you see the maximum amount is 200 here. And suppose if I select minimum of amount, minimum, so it will give me 50. So these are all called as aggregation functions. Okay, sum, average, minimum, maximum and count, which is used to aggregate the data, total the data, do operation upon the data after totaling. Understood? Raj, Kamal, Ashok, others who are here, are you understanding? Is that clear? Right? So these functions are called as an aggregation function. What is the minimum maximum? It will return the maximum of the amount. Min will return minimum of the amount. Got it? Right? Now, suppose I say sum of quantity from sales. So the total quantity is 72. Okay, but you know what? 72 means total quantity sold. But I want to find out of total quantity sold 72, how many are pen and how many are pencil? Thank you, Ashok, for replying. Thank you. Okay, so what we will do, we will use a clause called as group by. Means the total of quantity should be grouped by P name. Okay, what is P name? Product name. That is the name of my column here. Alright, that is name of the column. See, I gave you one example. I gave you one very simple example. Okay, suppose in my shop, pen sold 2. Again pen sold 3. Again pen sold 5. So it makes no sense to display this data 3 times. Instead, you should display this data as pen sold total 5 plus 3 plus 2, that is 10. Okay, because product same, quantity should be added. Okay, similarly after that, pencil sold 4, pencil sold 7, again pen sold 6, pen sold 4, again pencil sold 10. Right, so what we will do, pen, 5, 3, 2, total how much? 10. Again pen, 6, 4, that is 20. So instead of showing pen's record 5 times, you have to show it only 1 time by totaling all the quantity. Understood? जब product same है तो quantity को add कर दो ना, आप अलग अलग क्यों बताते हो? Why you are telling 10 times pen sold, pen sold, pen sold? अरे भाई total करके एक बार बताओ. It makes sense. Total करके आप उसको एक बार बताइए, 10 बार क्यों बताते हैं? So we will write here pen sold 20. Similarly, pencil sold 4, pencil sold 7, 4 and 7, 11, and pencil sold 10. So what we will write here? Pencil sold total 21. Right? So we want this output. Okay, this was the input. This was the input, for example. And this will be the output of group by clause product wise. Understood? So how we will write this query? How we will write? Okay, if this is the sum of quantity, that is 72, group this quantity 72 by product name, group by P name. See what happens? So 72 got divided into 2 numbers, that is 57 and 15. If you add these both, this will be still 72. Understood? It got bifurcated, people. Now, अभी हमको कैसे पता चलेगा? How we will come to know 57 is pen or pencil? Similarly, 15 is pen or pencil. So let us take one more column in the output, that is product name. Check now. Is it right? So out of 72, pen sold are total 57 and pencil sold are total 15. Are you understanding, everyone? Okay, out of 72, This is the bifurcation of product, people. 57 are the pen sold and 15 are the pencil sold. Right? Similarly, if I do this customer wise, suppose Raj pen sold, Rajesh pen sold, again Raj. This is Mr. Ram, and this is suppose Pooja. This is the table. Is it right? Now, how many customers? Raj. So quantity should be total. How many products sold to Raj? 5 plus 2, 7. So wherever customer same, output should be 1. So see, Raj, total 7. Raj 7. Rajesh, only 3. I think Rajesh has got only one record here. So Rajesh 3. Rajesh ka 3 hai. And how much Mr. Ram? Ram. That is 10 plus 7. 17 is for Mr. Ram, correct? And Pooja's total is how much? 14. This is Pooja ka total. That is 14. So this is the output of group by clause. Not product wise, but customer wise. Are you understanding? This will be the output of group by clause customer wise. So what we will do? Instead of grouping by product name, we will group by customer name. Okay, but make sure the column also you select here to display is customer name. Is that clear? Right. So you see the total is still 72, but out of 72, 35 in quantity were sold to John, 20 in quantity were sold to Jack, and 17 in quantity were sold to Wilson. Is that clear? Fine. Now suppose you want to do both customer and product wise both. For example, you see Raj, pen, Raj and pen. In both the record, customer same, product same, so quantity will be added. Okay, यहाँ पर देखो, see here, Ram pencil, but here this record will be out. Customer name is same, but product is not pencil, it is pen. Right? Here also see Pooja pen, but Pooja pencil. Is it? So if you want to group by both customer name and product name also, the data will be much more, I think it will be taken level down, correct? Fine. So how the record will come here? Raj pen will be totaled. Rajesh will not be totaled with anybody because it is only one record. Ram pencil will be totaled, and Ram pen will be a different record. Pooja pen and Pooja pencil will be two different records. Okay, so let's see how to do that. Group by customer name as well as product name. So this is the group by clause with two columns. Wherever customer and product same, then added. Remember, more the number of columns you write with group by, that strict the condition keeps becoming. Is that correct? जब तक दो एक ही कॉलम था तब तक डेटा ज्यादा मैच होता है. दो कॉलम आने से डेटा मैच होने का चांसेस कम हो जाता है. Is it right? Like Raj pen, Raj pencil. Raj is same, but product names are different. Is that correct? Fine. So let me write it here also. C name, comma, P name. Okay. So this is how you will find. See, John pen total 30. John pencil 5. Jack pen 15. Jack pencil 5. And Wilson something. I hope you got my point here. Right. So 9 rows have been aggregated to, I think, 6 rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yeah. Correct. So this is how the group by clause is working for 2 columns. Are you understanding? Fine. Okay. Now suppose I want to display only those data where sum of amount is more than 100. Okay, amount is more than 100. Now you see this is an aggregated data. Okay, like I want, what is amount here? Okay, the amount is 100, correct? This is amount 200. So what I do is, see, those who have not understood, let me write like this: having sum of amount greater than 100. This is a having clause. Remember, we cannot use here where. This is the difference between where. See, it is showing me red line error. What is the meaning of that? This is the difference between where and having clause. Okay, where clause cannot work with aggregated data. With sum, this data is an aggregated data. Okay, like if I remove the function sum from here, if I remove the function sum from here, that means it is not an aggregated data. Understood? And of course here, after doing group by also, the data that you have will be called as an aggregated data. So remember, having clause is the one which we use always with aggregated data. Okay, so suppose if I write like this: group by product name, customer name, only those records which is having sum of amount more than 100. No, sum of amount more than 100, and let me display that column also here. One minute, let me display sum of amount. Okay, let me display sum of amount. So you see this is a sum of amount. Okay, this is the sum of amount. And suppose if I don't write having, here. Okay, I remove this condition where sum of the amount is more than 100. Check what happens. Okay, so you see the sum of amount here is 50. Am I right? Check here, what is the sum of amount here? Again 50. But I don't want to display these records where sum of amount is less than 100. So what we can do is group by product name, customer name, but display only that data which is having sum of amount more than 100. Correct? So now if you run this query, you will find only those records where sum of amount is more than 100. I think there are only 4 such rows. Okay, you have to make sure that what is the difference between having clause and where. Where cannot be used with aggregated data. Understood? If with aggregated matlab total data, that is aggregated, na? With aggregated data, if you want to put some condition, then we will have to use having clause. I would be glad if somebody writes me in the chat box, is having clause understood, or you want me to explain you again. Like having clause, do you want me to explain having clause again? See, that is what is having clause. It is used to group or filter the data. Okay, it is applied. Having clause is applied only after the data has been grouped. Remember that. So this is what exactly we did. Only after grouping the data, we are checking the condition upon it. Correct? Okay, this is not applicable to where. Where can be done even before grouping the data or without grouping the data. Correct? So having clause, remember, always works after group by clause. Okay, once briefly, ma'am. Okay, Ashok, fine. One more time. Chalo, one more time. Okay, let's do it one more. Let's do from starting. Those who have confused and those who are not understanding, one more time. See, select sum of quantity and sum of amount, both. Okay, sum of quantity and sum of amount from sales table, group by product name. Okay, fine. Let me write here product name also. This much clear? Fine. So pen sold total 57 in quantity, which amounted 750, and pencil sold total 15 in quantity, which amounted total 250. Okay, so what are we displaying? Product name, the total of quantity, and the total of amount. You see, the total of amount is 750 and the total amount is 250, but I want to display only those records where the total amount is more than 500. Means आप सब record का detail मत दो, खाली जहां पर bill amount 500 रुपए से ज्यादा है वही डेटा बताना. Are you understanding? Right? Bill amount, boys and girls, where total bill amount 500 रुपए से ज्यादा होगा तो ही बताना. So what we will write here, I cannot write like this. See, where sum of amount is greater than 500. No, where clause cannot work with aggregated data. Understood? To check condition for aggregated data, we cannot use where clause. We have to use having clause. How will it work? Sum of quantity, quantity will be summed. Sum of amount, amount will be summed. Both will be summed product wise, correct? So wherever product same, quantity will be totaled, amount will be totaled. समझ रहे आप बात? जहां जहां product same आया, pen, quantity totaled, amount will be totaled. But after totaling quantity and amount, show record of only that product where bill amount is more than 500. So the second, that is pencil, is gone now. Acknowledge me in the chat box. Is it clear? You cannot write condition for group by with where clause. Okay, let me write this point here so that you understand better. Okay, we cannot filter data and write condition for group by using where clause. Okay, we have to use having clause. Good, thank you for acknowledgement. Nice. Okay, if Raj Kamal, Amisha, you people are also here, आप लोग भी अगर यहाँ पर है, because these are the names I know, the regular people who are attending. Are you understanding? Fine. We can see for group by clause we cannot write where condition. Why? Because in group by clause the data is always totaled. टोटल किया हुआ डेटा रहता है और टोटल किए हुए डेटा पर where clause काम नहीं करता है, तो वहां पर कंडीशन लिखने के लिए we have to make use of having clause. Understood? Fine. So what was not understood last time? Now check. ये वाला query था. Select customer name, product name, sum of amount, sum of quantity from sales table. Group by what? Customer and product. First of all, let me run the query only till here. Right? So wherever customer, product same, quantity, amount will be totaled. Okay, see, quantity and amount have been total. ये सब total हो गया. Correct? This is all total. But you see, amount, sum of amount is what? 350 and all. No, but I say वही amount बताना जहाँ पर वही record बताना जहाँ पर bill amount is more than 200. Suppose. Okay, जहाँ पर bill amount, for example, I will give you discount only if the total bill amount is more than 200. Alright, you place order online, you order something from Amazon. Amazon says only if the total bill amount is more than 500, delivery will be free. There will be no shipping charges. Now understood? Friends, Ashok and all, now understood? Fine. For example, if at least आपने 500-600 का shopping किया है, then only we will not charge you shipping charges. So we will have to check the total amount for the shipping charges, na? Am I right? We will have to check the total amount for the shipping charges. How we will do that? Okay, having sum of amount greater than 500. Oh, good, fine. So of amount greater than 500, there is only one record. So if I reduce it to 200, okay, so at least I get 2 records. Is it clear? Fine. So that is the difference between having clause and the where condition. Okay. Chalo, take it. Fine. Acha. Now see what happens is, if I write like this, select sum of quantity from sales. Okay. Remember, sometimes we should also write like this as result or as total. If you don't write what you want the column name, it will give the name as whatever is an expression. Okay, so as I wrote here some expression, so that is what it is writing. Suppose if I write as total, so that is what it is writing, correct? Okay, now suppose if I write from sales, group by products, and who is 57, who is 15. So for that I selected product name, correct? I selected the product name also. Now what happens is 57 and 15, the data has been aggregated, correct? Now instead of using group by, sometimes after writing aggregation function we use over by clause. Okay, see what is the difference between group by and over by. See, over partition by pname, partition by pname. Now what will happen is there were total 1 2 3 4 5 6 pen and 2 pencils. Understood? So what it will do, after totaling, it will not show single product as a single record. It will show the total against all the records, means as a group. Okay, check, I give you one simple example first. How? Let's take this one. Pen sold 2, pencil sold 3, pen sold 4, pencil sold 3, pen sold 3, again pen sold 4, again pen sold 7, and pencil sold 10. Okay, now check what is the total of pen. 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 plus 7, 20. Am I right? So let me write in rough. 20 is the total of pen. And what is the total of pencil? 3 plus 3, 6, 10. That is 16. 16 total pencil. Now if it is group by clause, how it will show you the output? Pen 20, pen 20, and pencil 16. Correct? This is how the group by clause will show you. I hope you're getting my point. But how over clause will show you, how the over by clause will show you. See, how many were the total pens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will first create a group of these 5 pens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and display total against each of them. 20 is a total, 20 is a total, 20 is a total, 20 is a total, 20 is a total. Understood? And what about pencil? How many pencils total? 1, 2, and 3. So pencil as total 16, pencil as total 16, pencil as total 16. Okay, so this is the difference between group by and over clause. It creates individual records, and so in fact it creates entire group for that particular record. Understood? Fine. It is sometimes very helpful. The more tomorrow you will understand why we will use over by clause. When I will teach you analytical function, you will realize when to use this over by clause and how to use it. I hope you are understanding my points here. Okay, people who are attending here, if you could acknowledge Like, if are you understanding what is over by clause, or you want me to explain something again in that? Is it you want to explain want me to explain over by clause again? Check here. See. Now suppose if I write like this, select sum of quantity from sales group by customer name. Okay, let me take the column also customer name here. So John, Jack and Wilson are the customer names, right? John, Jack and Wilson are the customer names, correct? Fine. Okay, now suppose instead of group by, if I use okay, okay, done. Sorry. From group by C name. This is what was the answer, correct? Now if you see, 35 has been total against the name of John. 20 has been total against the name of Jack, correct? So instead of group by, if I write like this, over partition by C name. So what will be the difference in the output? This topic is clear. Thank you everyone. Okay, so you see Jack 20, Jack 20, Jack 20, 35, 35, 17, 17, 17 and all. Friends, you have to be very clear with over by clause, having clause and group by clause today to understand SQL analytical function tomorrow. Understood? Only if this topic is crystal clear today, you can expect me to do analytical functions of SQL tomorrow. I hope you're getting the point. Is it right? Fine. So this brings us to the end of a very big topic, that is aggregations in SQL. Okay, fine. After this SQL series end, I'm going to start another series in SQL only, where I'll be giving you different practice questions to perform examples on them. Okay. Anyways, now next let us come to different functions of SQL. Okay, this one. Okay, for functions in SQL. So let me name this topic as inbuilt functions. Okay, different inbuilt functions in SQL. Okay, there are three categories of functions that we will be studying. First one is a different string functions. Second one is a different mathematical functions. And the third one is conversion functions. Okay, we will be seeing only one category today, that is mathematical function. Rest two categories we will explore tomorrow. Alright, fine. Okay, ma'am, join. समझा नहीं राजकमल, क्या पढ़ना है? Join. Yes, Ashok, that is correct. How many times CNAME, that many time it prints. Correct. बराबर बताया आपने. Ashok is right. As many number of time customer will be there, that many number of times it will print. Okay. Rajkamal, your question I didn't understand. आपको क्या पढ़ना है बता देना. Okay, चलिए. Mathematical functions, people. Okay, these are different mathematical functions supported by SQL. In fact, there are many. I have written here few of them. Like select. Suppose if I write like this, select minus 90. What will happen? It will display minus 90 as it is. Okay. But if I write select absolute of minus 90, you understand absolute values? People, the absolute value of minus 90 is 90 itself, correct? So that is 90. Absolute value of minus 90 point. Okay, absolute value of 330 point. So that is 30.88 only. So ABS is one of the mathematical function, existing mathematical function. Like ABS, we have another function called as ceil. Okay, remember ceiling and floor are the two most important mathematical function, where ceiling always returns the next immediate number and floor always returns the previous immediate number. Okay, for example, let me take you this example. See, the number is 6.9. Who is the next immediate whole number? 7. And who is the previous immediate whole number? 6, correct? So 6 is called as floor and 7 is called as ceil. Floor, people, floor is a base and ceil is the ceiling. Okay. Okay, Ashok. Okay, fine. I'll give you the syntax. Fine. I'll give you the syntax. In fact, I've kept all the syntax here on the PPT. This is the ceiling. Okay. So if the number is, suppose if the number is 7.89, what will be the ceiling value? 8. And what is the previous number before that? 7 itself. Right? So that's called as floor and that's called as ceiling. So if you check here, select floor value of 3.8 as result. Okay, so it is 3. And instead of floor, if I take ceiling value, it gives me 4. Okay. Instead of that, if I take round function, okay, so 3.8 is rounded to 4. You can give something like this also. Okay, rounded to 2 places, so I think it is not affected. So better let us not use it. Okay, so this is how. And for what if I say 33.8, it's something like this, rounded. So it's rounded to nearest number, that is 34. Now if I give 2, okay, so 33 point, this is how the 2 decimal, up to 2 decimal it has rounded, that is 90. 90 because 89 is rounded, since next number is 9 here. Hoping you are understanding. Correct? Fine. So this were the different mathematical function. We saw absolute, we saw ceiling, we saw floor, we saw round, and so on. I hope you're getting my point. Okay, fine. Okay, let's see some of the string functions also. I will give you the syntax of having clause. Okay, don't worry people. Okay, like there is one function called as locate. It tries to find a word in a particular string, like this. Is select locate apple in the string. An apple a day keeps a doctor away. Okay. So let me write here as result. Okay, it says okay, it occurs at position number 4. How? This is how it counts. 1, 2, 3 is a space. So apple starts from position number 4. Okay, now instead of apple, if I search mango in this string, I hope you have noted that these are not number, these are the string functions. Okay, this is not number, this is a string function. Okay, now instead of apple, if I write mango, it says 0 because mango was not located anywhere in this string. So remember, locate is a function to find a particular pattern or a word. It accepts 2 questions, 2 arguments. First one, what to search. Second one, string from where you want to search. Okay. Next string function is concat. Concatenation means join. Concat. Say I want to concat good and evening. You see, good evening has been joined as one word. You want to concat with a space, so you give a space here only. For those who are thinking like this, if I give a comma, that means 3 arguments, even that is fine. Okay, you can concat by giving comma as many words as you want. Good evening, how are you? Okay, so that is how it has been concatenated. Okay, it takes the first letter or what? Yes, it takes only the first one. It takes only the first one, Ashok. No. It checks only the occurrence of the first word. That means entire apple will be checked for, because there will be so many words in that string which is starting from A, correct? So it checks for the whole word, but that it will check only one time. For example, if there are two times apple in this string, say an apple a day keeps apple away, suppose, so now it will not return two times. Are you understanding? See, it is behaving something different. See, apple. It still returns 4 only, means whichever is the first one, it returns its detail. Are you understanding? Even though apple comes 2 times, apple is there also, apple is there also. It checks for the whole word, but the first occurrence. Okay, fine. So locate done, concat done. I hope you got my point. Okay, friends, then we are left with left, right, lower, upper, reverse, and so on. Now, for some reason, okay, we would like to stop the class today here only. Is that clear? From here we will continue tomorrow, but before that, guys, before that I would like to solve the doubts some people are asking here. Yes, see, Ashok, your question, this is a syntax of having clause. Select columns from table where some condition. If you don't give where here, it is fine. Group by some columns, having some column, and if you don't want order by, remove them. Tomorrow I will show you what is order by also. Okay, I'll be showing you tomorrow what is order by. Is that clear? Rajkamal, try give the syntax of, okay, joins. Yes, Rajkamal. Rajkamal, joins, we will be doing it tomorrow. Okay, Rajkamal, this is a point to Rajkamal. Rajkamal, this is what is our syllabus for tomorrow. Make sure that you are present here. Yes, see, we are learning tomorrow joins. First of all, tomorrow, day 4. These are the topics we will be completing. Today's leftover topic, that is string function, string functions and conversion functions. Okay, joins. Which type of joins we are doing? Cross joins, inner joins, left join, right join, and if time permits, self join. Is that clear? So this is what we are going to do tomorrow, and then we will be doing views. We will be learning subqueries. This is what we are going to do for tomorrow. Hoping you are understanding. Is it clear? Right. So Rajkamal, join is entire half an hour topic. I cannot wind off join in just 5 minutes. So make sure that you attend the class tomorrow. Okay, I will show you in detail what is join. Everybody be here on time. Tomorrow we will start the class with first this leftover topic, and then we will cover up the concept of join in depth, exclusively in depth. Okay, Rajkamal, if you are here with us, please let me know you got my answer or not. Join will take a complete half an hour to 40-45 minutes. Is it fine? Okay, let's have a quick recap of what we have learned today. Okay, आज हमने क्या क्या सीखा? Let's have a quick recap of it. We started with people. We started with logical operators, which is in, between, like, and, or, not. Right? These all are called as logical operators. Later we moved on to understand the data types in SQL. 3 categories of data types that we discussed: date category, string category, and number, which is numeric category. Is it right? Okay, then we moved on to understand I think the main aggregation. different aggregation functions that we saw today were maybe sum, count, minimum, maximum, average, and so on. Is it right? Fine. Okay. Then we started working with the different clauses, which is group by clause, having clause, order by clause. Am I right? Okay. And then in the end, we saw some inbuilt functions. Some of them were mathematical function, string functions, and conversion functions. We will be learning tomorrow. Okay. After day 4, I will give you some project ideas of SQL. Means from where you can practice different SQL questions and keep yourself updated. Alright, fine. Okay, if you have really liked our work, please do not forget to like our videos and do invite more and more people to join the sessions here. In the upcoming classes, I'm going to announce you some upcoming courses which will be of web development absolutely free again. Okay, so please try with the word of mouth to other people also to subscribe us, and see you back tomorrow again sharp at 3 p.m. Okay, goodbye, take care.